Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to read Little Miss Bossy by Roger Hargreaves. Are you ready? Are you sitting comfortably? Okay, let's get started. Little Miss Bossy by Roger Hargreaves. On Monday, Little Miss Bossy went for a walk. She met Mr. Nosy. "Where are you going?" he asked. "Mind your own business," she retorted. On Tuesday, she met Mr. Noisy. He was singing, noisily, of course. "Shut up," she told him. "That's not very nice." On Wednesday, she met Mr. Happy. He was smiling, as usual. "Take that silly smile off your face," she said. As you can imagine, Little Miss Bossy wasn't very popular, to say the least. Now, little did Miss Bossy realise, but somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Nosy about, and that same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Noisy about, and that same somebody had seen her bossing Mr. Happy about. The wizard, whose name incidentally was Wilfred, went home thinking something really ought to be done about Little Miss Bossy. He thought to himself as he walked along. There's Wilfred the wizard, walking along. When he arrived home, he went straight to his library and took down a large red book from the bookshelf. It was rather dusty, and it hadn't been read for some time. There's Wilfred, and there's the red book. "Let's see now," he said to himself as he settled in an armchair. He turned to page 304. At the top of the page it said, "How to Stop People Being Bossy." Wilfred the wizard read the page very carefully, shut the book, and put it back on the bookshelf and grinned. A particularly wizardly sort of grin. There's the red book that Wilfred's reading. The day earlier, which was a Thursday, Little Miss Bossy met someone who was fast asleep, as usual. "Mr. Lazy, wake up," she said bossily, and prodded him in the tummy. "Ouch," protested Mr. Lazy. But behind Miss Bossy, Wilfred the wizard, who had been following her, said something too, under his breath. A wizardly word he had learned from page 304. And do you know what happened? Oh, I don't know what happened. Suddenly, as if by magic, which is true, there appeared to be Miss Bossy's feet a pair of boots. One minute they weren't there, the next minute they were. Miss Bossy looked down in alarm. They were magic boots, and being magic boots, they could speak to each other. "Hello, left," said the right foot. "Hello, right," said the left boot. "Ready when you are," said right. "Right," said left, and off they set. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, faster and faster, marching poor little Miss Bossy along. Little Miss Bossy couldn't do a thing about it. Mr. Lazy was much amused. "Well done, Wilfred," he chuckled. Wilfred winked a wizardly wink. Those boots marched Little Miss Bossy for 5 miles. She was exhausted. "Ready, left," said the right boot. "Ready," replied left. "Attend," said the right. "Shun," said the left. And they came to a halt. Little Miss Bossy was quite out of breath. She tried to take off the boots, but it was impossible. Along came Wilfred. So there's Little Miss Bossy and the boots. "Those," said Wilfred, pointing to the boots, "are only for people who are bossy or who are too bossy." "Make them go away at once," cried Miss Bossy, stamping her foot. Well, at least she tried to stamp her foot, but the boot wouldn't. "We're out of stamps," chuckled right. Left giggled. "You will do as I say," shouted Miss Bossy. There she is shouting. Not very nice to shout. "Ready when you are," said right. "Right away," said left. "Quick march!" And they set off again. Left, right, left, right, left, right, for 10 miles. And they stopped again, and along came Wilfred. There's little Miss Bossy marching, and there's Wilfred the wizard. "Make these stupid boots go away," shouted Miss Bossy. "Only if you say the magic word," replied Wilfred. Miss Bossy thought, and thought, and thought again. "Do you know what the magic word is?" "Please," she said. "That's better." And he said the wizardly word again under his breath from page 304. There's the wizard, and there's little Miss Bossy with the boots. The boots disappeared as if by magic. "Now then," said Wilfred sternly, wagging his finger, "stop being bossy, or you know what will happen." Miss Bossy nodded miserably. "Very well," smiled Wilfred, and went. And do you know something? From then on until now off, little Miss Bossy was a changed person. Not bossy at all. And do you know why, don't you? Do you know what she's afraid of? She's afraid of bossy boots. Little Miss Bossy by Roger Hargreaves.